back to News Geelong on this Friday night. Well, last weekend we had some very special visitors to Geelong. They occupied the entire car park at the Deakin University in Jerringhap Street, Geelong, and they were very welcome. They were members of the National Mustang Club. We're talking about the iconic American vehicle celebrating 50 years and still going strong. That's why we're talking with Ken Harrison, an absolute devotee of the car, and also the spruiker for the big event. Well, it's 50 years since Mustang took to the roads, and it's a very special celebration this year with the National Club meeting in Geelong. We're very happy to welcome them here to the Deakin University car park. And I'm sitting here in this red and white beauty. It is a 1964 and a half. It's about as old as you can get when it comes to Mustangs, and have a look at it. It's in absolutely mint condition. And we're going to talk to some of the Mustang people here today, particularly Ken Harrison, who's spruiking and telling us all about this wonderful day. Ken Harrison is a busy boy. He's been doing all the spruiking today, Ken, and doing a mighty job, I might say.
Thank you, thank you.
Now, you're obviously a fanatic. You own 2 Mustangs yourself.
I do. It's been a long-term situation with me. I've got a couple of classics, a 69 big block Mach 1 and a 70 model coupe done up as a Trans Am Series race car. So, yeah, we're right amongst it with the whole routine.
Now, you tell me you also have a show band, and last night at the McCure here in Geelong,
yes,
you entertained the group, a huge crowd, all dressed up, 60s gear.
Absolutely, yeah, it was a fantastic night. We had the band Misdemeanor, which I'm a member of, and we had a full-on show with all the 5-piece band, and the rock and roll night was absolutely blitzing them. We had the dance floor was absolutely packed. The fancy dress was sensational. We do a lot of big corporate functions, and the roll-up last night with the fancy dress, there was probably 2 people out of the whole place, and it was a packed audience that weren't dressed up, so it was absolutely sensational, yeah.
Well, it's a bit special being the 50th year of Mustang.
Absolutely.
Well. And this beauty behind us, you've got the full bottle on this one. It looks absolutely sensational.
Mustang Motorsport, ladies and gentlemen, they are a major sponsor of the club, and Craig Dean, the owner of Mustang Motorsport, is an absolute genius with these cars. He's got race cars, he's got road cars. He's got 2 Super Snakes here today, which are 740 horsepower Super Snakes. If you want to get a glimpse of the new Mustangs that are going to come into Australia very shortly, come down and see us on the stand down there, yeah.
Well, we'll have to do that. In the meantime, some lucky person will win a beautiful Mustang here today, valued at $45,000.
Absolutely, yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, the Mustang Owners Club is an absolutely sensational club. We're just under the 1,000 members, and with the raffle car here today, the punters that are amongst the club have some really, really good opportunities with this thing, and $5 tickets to win yourself a $45,000 Mustang, and it's an actual 66 GT, so it's a sensational car with a top loader in it and the 289 high performance. It's a 66 red GT coupe, sensational, yeah.
Doesn't get much better than that.
That's it.
We'll let you get back to telling the folks here just how wonderful today is. Let's hope the weather holds up, because it's a terrific outing, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, it's good to see Channel 31 here today too, and I watch this Channel 31 with Fletch and all the gear on there, and Fletch is fantastic. He does a great job. So thank you very much, guys, for coming down today, and stick around and have a look at all the great entertainment we got here. And it's going to be the best day here with the 50th anniversary.
One Mustang owner who's travelled all the way from Newcastle in New South Wales is Darren Lindsay with this magnificent machine. I guess you're pretty proud of this one.
Absolutely, yeah, we love this one. This is our baby. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about it, year, model, etc.
Yeah, 1967 coupe. It's got the 289. We've got a cam in it. It's got the high-end air intake manifold, 650 Holly. We've dressed it up a little bit more than when we brought it over about 3 years ago from the States. It's our pride and joy that we drive around everywhere and take it. It's our daily driver. We go shopping in it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great.
That's great. Well, we're not trying to upstage Fletch here, but you've given us some quite interesting specs there on the 67 model. They hadn't been around very long by 1967, and they were starting to already make an iconic name for themselves.
Oh, absolutely. They are just iconic. I mean, all the different colours that they come in, just a what they've done to them now too, you know, a bit of modifications, all that sort of stuff. It's brilliant, yeah.
So the National Mustang Show, are you a regular visitor or is this a bit of a one-off for you?
No, when we first got the car, from Newcastle, we had the 2012 Nationals up there. We missed that out because we had to work night shifts, so we missed out on that one. The one after that was down in WA, so we missed that too, so we ended up coming over, coming down to this one. A few of us from Newcastle group came down and said, yeah, we'll do it. Great, so we did the trip.
Well, you should be very proud of this, and hopefully you'll enjoy your stay here at Geelong.
Oh, loving it down here, it's beautiful, beautiful.
The man who we borrowed this 1964 Mustang from is Warren King. He comes from Birchip in the Mallee, and I'd say you are a very proud owner of this 50-year-old vehicle.
Certainly am, yes. I've owned the car since 1991 and done a lot of work to it. It was a good car when it was purchased, a good rust-free California car, and I know the complete history of the car since the day it was bought.
Well, you have to be an absolute fanatic to get involved. You obviously know about this car extremely well.
Yes, I do. I stripped it down to every last nut and bolt.
Well, what
a
labour of love that would have been, Warren.
2 years' work.
And it hasn't given you a spot of bother in that time?
Oh, not really. A little bit of clutch trouble, but due to the conversion and going to a hydraulic clutch, but I've sorted that out.
Well, that's great. I mean, you've got so many members of this Mustang Club. There are literally thousands of you across Australia.
Oh, for sure. I'm not in the Mustang Owners Club, but it must be the greatest following of any one style of car anywhere, I think, other than Model T Fords.
Yes, well, it is an iconic vehicle.
It is an iconic vehicle, and Ford certainly done their homework and produced the vehicle for the first of the baby boomers.
And of course they are still making this magnificent vehicle, even more importantly.
Oh, for sure. I feel the Mustang lost it in the second generation of Mustangs in through the 70s. But boy, haven't they got it back now.
It's high-powered stuff.
It's very high-powered stuff. And to look at it, you can see it's thoroughbred lines of the 60s.
Exactly, they haven't lost that, and that's the classic look that everybody's attracted to.
It is, yes. And no, Lee Iacocca and his whiz kids certainly did a fantastic job by producing an icon.
They did. Well, enjoy your Mustang and have a safe trip back to Birchip, Warren.
Thanks very much. It's a privilege.
Well, thanks so much to those Mustang owners. They really did have a great time in Geelong. We'll be back shortly with more news, and this time looking at what's happening in sport around Geelong.